Joining us now is GOP presidential candidate Tim Scott, live here in the New York studio. Good to have you here, sir.
Thank you. It's good to be with you.
All right. So are you going to make that debate stage?
I am looking forward to
it.
I will be there, yes.
Okay. So you think you're going to make the cut. Who do you see as the biggest threat to you rising in the polls right now?
I think, frankly, it's ourselves. I mean, I have to make sure that I continue to show up in New Hampshire and Iowa, that I continue to have an opportunity to have town halls across the country, and specifically those two states in my home state of South Carolina. So the more work we do, the more time we spend in the states, the more money we have to be on TV and having our ads, the better off we are. So you can go to votetimscott.com.
You think that's a make or break moment for you, the debate stage?
Well, I think it's a make or break moment for the party. We have to make sure that we let the American people know that we have ideas that bring our country together around conservative principles that have always governed human flourishing. American exceptionalism is built upon a conservative value system that we embrace in our party, and we should be celebrating that as a party.
So, Senator, good to see you in New York, out of Washington.
How are you?
I'm good. Folks are remarking that you're spending as much time as possible away from this place. But you mentioned putting more money into the races, and you just put up a seven-figure ad buy in the state of Iowa, part of a $6 million ad buy. I want to play a little bit from one of those ads here. Let's listen.
Playing football taught me that it's good to fight, but it's better to win. But in Joe Biden's America, everybody gets a participation trophy and everybody is a victim.
So one of the hallmarks of your campaign is that you're taking on the Democrats' victim mentality head on. But there are a lot of people on the left who say that this idea of up from the bootstraps, which you promote, that everybody could do it if they work hard enough, really is ignoring the basic racial history of this country. What do you say to those criticisms?
Just one word. Hogwash. It's the simplest word I can use. It's just hogwash. The truth of my life disproves the lies of the radical left. What they hate the most is a candidate like me who actually disrupts their narrative. I'm a kid that grew up in a single-parent household, mired in poverty, and because of American exceptionalism, good people, teachers, Chick-fil-A owners came together to help me understand that if I took individual responsibility for myself, amazing things could happen. But here's the good news. It's not just my life. There are millions upon millions of Americans who started on one side of the tracks and they're now on the other side of the tracks. The great news of America's future is that it's not the color of your skin. It's the quality of your education. And that's one of the reasons why, as President of the United States, I will encourage every state to embrace and adopt school choice programs and then take the two major buckets of money from the federal government, Title I and Title II dollars, and send them with the kid. Wherever the kid goes, the dollars should follow. We can change the future of this country, and it starts with our education system. It's time for the GOP, the Great Opportunity Party, to be serious.
Really
about
interesting stuff. And part of that education is meant to send them off so they can prosper in a great American economy. And I know that's something you've been hot on the campaign trail is taking on Bidenomics.
Yes.
It's a term the White House itself is using to tout their economic policies. I was out last week. That headline unemployment rate, they're touting that as a major win, saying that they're doing what is right for the economy. What are they leaving out?
Unbelievable. What it should be is the President Joe Biden apology tour. I'm sorry that the average family in this country has lost $10,000 in spending power. Yes, unemployment is at 3.6%, but we have the highest percentage of working age men no longer looking for work. So they're not covering or counting the long-term unemployed. Electric bills are up over $2,000. 20 million Americans today are behind on their utilities. In Biden's economy, the average family is experiencing hard times, and the poorest a crisis.
How do you get people back to work?
Well, the easiest way to do it, you have to create jobs. We need to create jobs in our energy sector. As President of the United States, my first day, I would re-sign the XL Keystone Pipeline and tell the folks who can create energy in our country, certainty and predictability in the regulatory framework will allow you to create 3 million new jobs. We'd have new tech jobs and high-tech manufacturing coming back to America.
Senator, every time you ask a candidate if they would agree to be a running mate, you're met with the answer, I'm going to be the candidate. But let's just say, for example, that because he's got such a huge lead, Donald Trump becomes the candidate. And he reaches out to you and says, I want you to be my running mate. would you do it?
I am going to be the nominee for our party. It's the only answer because I know that what America has done for me, she can do for anyone. I'm going to stick with restoring hope, creating opportunities, and protecting the America we love. You get in the race for president to win, only to win.
And part of the criteria